All right, Zach. We don't have Mike this week. Who knows where he is? But, we've still got a show to do this week. And since we're here a bit early, let's go over what we want to talk about.
Sounds
Obviously,
good.
we got to bring back the underdog pick of the week. The people have been loving it. You've got a 2-1 record.
Yeah.
I've been getting fan mail every week about it.
Oh, yeah.
We could talk about, the Giants, even though it wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, he's not here.
We could talk about, the Bills maybe.
Yeah. Maybe the Colts.
Yeah.
Another dub.
Yeah, no. But, we could talk about baseball, but Bob Costas kind of killed my enjoyment of that.
Yeah.
What I really want to bring into the show is maybe some hockey, some
Hockey.
NHL.
I love field hockey. Your field hockey, the Brockport women's field hockey team, they're having a great year. I'd love to talk about some hockey.
Good for them. Good for them. I'm really proud of them. They've been doing good. But I'm talking about ice hockey.
Ice hockey.
Yeah,
I've never
ice
heard of
hockey.
it.
Like skates. You went skating like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So you do that, but you have like a stick, and you try and kill like the other team.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. But
Oh, New York Rangers, isn't that a team?
no, they're not.
Oh,
No,
wrong sport.
sorry.
All right.
No. All right, so I want to do hockey, but if we don't have an expert, then I don't know what we're going to do.
Did somebody say hockey expert?
Oh my God!
Where did you come from?
Who the heck are you?
Yeah, who is this guy?
Live from the basement of Edwards Hall, it's Brockport Sports Talk with Michael Tamara, Zach Harnischfaker, and your host, Jack McGilligan.
Hello and welcome back to Sports Talk alongside Zach Harnischfager and a special guest this week, Ian Wilde, filling in for Michael Tamaro. It is a bit funny. We meant to bring you in regardless of Michael Tamaro's status,
Yes.
but unfortunately he's not here this week. We'll get to that later. But of course, our local hockey expert, the most knowledgeable man in hockey in Brockport on the
Allegedly.
campus, allegedly, but I don't know a bigger fan. Do you know a bigger fan?
I do not. Thank you
you
for coming on the
yeah.
show this weekend. We're happy to have you.
Appreciate it. Glad
Yeah,
to be here.
he doesn't even know hockey. New York Rangers. He thought that was a real team.
I know, right? Crazy.
But, since you're here, we got to open with some hockey, and, why don't you just take it away, talk about what you talk about, early season, NHL, not too many games, but already some interesting storylines.
Definitely some storylines to discuss. One of them, of course, New York Rangers. They are a real team, and they are pretty good. They're off to a 3-1 start. Of course, Eastern Conference final appearance last year, and they really look like one of the teams to beat in the Eastern Conference. I think if everything lines up, they can make it around the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
When they have Igor Shesterkin, you got a chance.
Oh, yeah. That's what I like to hear.
Another team to look at, the Buffalo Sabres. Very young squad. They're off to a strong start, 2-1. I know Jack's very pumped about that. Future looking bright.
Yeah.
JJ Paterka, especially. He's
Is
off
he
to a
winning
great
the Calder Cup? Is he doing it?
I think he's got a shot. I do
No.
think he has a
Better
chance.
shot than the Rangers winning the Cup.
Hey,
Chokers.
hey.
Chokers on that
Hey,
team,
You quiet yourself. Quiet yourself.
Got Henrik Lundqvist
I know,
anymore,
imagine
buddy.
Imagine losing a playoff series to the Lightning. Who would do that?
Hey,
Who would
hey,
do
hey,
that?
hey,
Yeah.
watch it over
Imagine
there.
making a playoff series.
Hey. It was a rough year last year for the Montreal Canadiens, but
Yeah. Oh, you're a Canadiens fan.
in case you couldn't tell,
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm a big Montreal fan in spite of the local hockey expert.
Know any French? Or?
Je parle un peu de français.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
wow. This is, that's
Wow.
wow.
But with Montreal, very young squad, similar to Buffalo. It's a rebuild, but the Canadiens are off to a solid start this season at 2-2 after a comeback win over the Penguins. A lot of young pieces like Nick Suzuki and Cole Caulfield, and I think they could at least be competitive, even if they're not a playoff team this year. Future's looking up for us.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Canadians are kind of, we're Yankees fans. They're a bit
Yes.
worse than Yankees fans.
Yes,
they've
I
got
agree.
they've
You
got
guys
a
have won
bunch
more
of titles.
titles.
Yeah, but
Yes.
they hang their hat on cups that they won. When they had
90s.
complete control of French Canadians.
True.
And they before more than 6 teams were in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I
in
wasn't
this
alive
league,
for any of that. I
know?
bear no responsibility.
That's true.
True.
But you do bear responsibility for becoming a Canadiens fan. You were in Buffalo.
Yeah, what are we
What
doing?
happened?
Yeah.
I basically, when I was growing up watching hockey, I have Dish Network for cable.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
I know.
Oh, God.
And they dropped MSG, which carries Sabres games. So I wasn't able to watch any Sabres games locally. And so I really didn't have that much of an attachment to them. And being as interested in French Canadian history as I am in French Canadian culture, I was drawn to the French Canadian team.
I guess that explains it then.
Yeah, I mean, really, you came up because I unfortunately became a Sabres. The last time they were good, basically 2007. They sucked me in, and my love for hockey has really incredibly drained. But that's a story for another day. But is there anything else you want to talk about? Some maybe some lesser accomplishments so far. Maybe some struggles for teams.
The roughest start definitely goes to the Vancouver Canucks. They're 0-3-1 right now, and the worst part is the first team in NHL history to lose their first 4 games when they had a multi-goal lead in every single one of them.
Oh, man.
And something to add to that, too, I found as well. Through the first 4 games of the NHL season, the Canucks have scored on just 11.8% of their power plays.
Ooh, not a great start.
That's not going to win you many games. I'm not a hockey expert, but I can tell you that's not going to win you many games.
Generally, you're going to want your power play to be at least 20, 21, 22%. That ain't going to cut it.
No,
it's a small sample size, but what's not small is the city of Vancouver, and hopefully it's still standing by the end of the season.
Fingers crossed.
And they don't try and topple that again. But we thank you for your hockey expertise.
Yes, thank you.
But really, I mean, a big question I have is, are the Buffalo Sabres finally going to make the playoffs? Am I finally going to be happy, Ian?
No.
I think.
Is it going to happen? Give me a yes or no right now. Right now.
This season, it's a tall ask, simply because of their goaltending. Craig Anderson and Eric Comrie is not the worst goaltending tandem in the world, and Eric Comrie did start the season very well, but it's going to be, with those 2 goaltenders, they don't really have a superstar in net in comparison to a team like Ottawa. Even though Cam Talbot's out, when he comes back, he's better than both the Sabres goalies. All the teams around them have better goaltending. That being said, I think it's going to be sooner rather than later. I wouldn't be shocked if 2023-24 is the year. The Sabres are definitely on the right track.
In other words, you're going to have to wait a little bit longer there, Jack. Sorry.
Yeah. One day we'll get maybe another decade and we'll get past the rebuild. Am I right? Am I right?
Maybe.
We thought they were past it in 2016 when they got Eichel, and then that didn't end up working.
Oh,
God, no, that was a nightmare.
Buffalo media, Drew O'Reilly, Sam Reinhart, and he leaves Sabres and he becomes a point-per-game player. Who could have saw that coming?
Me. Trophy
me.
2019 Blues.
Me, maybe. Ryan O'Reilly. Oh,
Yeah.
God, he won a cup. Why? Whatever. You know what? I'm sorry. You're the hockey expert, but I think we have to move on and talk about some NFL, maybe some happier things. But first off, we have to start on a somber note. Michael Tamero, unfortunately, he's left sports talk.
Yes.
He bet all of his life savings on the Giants over the Ravens, and unfortunately for us, that bet cashed. And like all ex-New York City livers, he has now bought a mansion in Florida and has moved down there to annoy the locals and, live in the sun because New York City is a cold, terrible place to live.
Yes. Another way, hey, Mike, enjoy your time down there in Florida. You will be missed. You will definitely be missed.
Always in our hearts.
In some ways.
Always in our hearts.
In some ways. But, Ian, I understand, since you're filling in for Mike, you have some Giants talk that you want to bring up.
Yeah, the Giants, obviously, they're off to a phenomenal start that no one saw coming at 5-1. I don't think even Mike, I don't think saw that coming at 5-1.
He certainly didn't.
And Brian Dable, he looks like a lock for coach of the year already.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Beginning of the year, I was like, Giants got no chance. 5-1. I mean, you beat the Ravens, an MVP in Rodgers. You beat another MVP in Jackson. I mean, I never saw that coming. Their defense looks legit. Daniel Jones, still not too sold on him, but when you got Saquon Barkley in the backfield, so this definitely is a team not to sleep on. I think they got a shot at winning that division.
Hey, if I could say one thing about Daniel Jones, he's better than Mike Glennon.
Yes,
this is true.
Very true. That's very true.
But you know who might be better than Daniel Jones?
Who?
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah,
This is true. It's a tough matchup this week for the Giants against the Jags, even though they lost to Zach's Colts last week, but something tells me they're due for a bounce back.
Calm down.
Are you a football fan, Ian?
I am. I love my football.
Good.
So are you saying you think the Jags are going to beat the Giants?
I do.
Not
to take Zach's segment from him, but
yeah, we haven't even gotten to that yet.
You know what? Mike took the segment from me last week. Get your own material. I'm getting sick of this. Get your own material. I have the upset pick of the week, underdog pick of the week. That's mine.
Buddy, you're getting red in the face. You gotta calm down, okay? Calm down.
Gosh.
All right, and Yeah, calm down and let us do the show too.
We bring this guy in
Speaking
the
of
show
doing
and he
the
steals
show.
my stuff.
Yeah. Well, he's here as the hockey expert, but, like you said, he's an NFL fan. But you know what he also is? He's a Bills fan, baby. Let's go. Show him, Ian. Show him.
Bills Mafia, baby.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's
Mike,
it.
Mike,
Bills,
I need
baby.
you back, Mike. I need you back, Mike.
No, you
please.
don't. You don't want Mike back. This is much better. Look at this. Look at this. Mike was wearing winter gloves with a T-shirt last week,
rather
and
have
that
that than a
guy's
Bills
insane,
fan.
And I mean, the Bills, they beat the Kansas City Chiefs. They advance, they're top of the AFC. The Dolphins, they can't, get their players healthy. They ruin their quarterback's career, and everything's looking up for the Bills. We beat that fraud, Kermit the Frog, Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, now you're gonna pick on the guy.
Yeah.
You guys, you're ruthless, Jeff. You really are.
And what about it?
He's got good reason to be. This Bills team might be the best team they've ever had. 5-1 at the bye, coming off one of the biggest wins they've had. And one thing that you really got to note about this Bills team is last year they weren't able to win really any close games.
No.
It's true.
Now they are winning those close games. They have beaten the Ravens by 3. They just beat the Chiefs by 4. 2 game-winning drives in 3 weeks from Josh Allen. They're learning how to win those type matchups.
I'll tell you, I'm so confident that the Bills aren't going to win the Super Bowl that if they do, I will jump through a table with Bills stuff on. I'll jump through on fire or anything. I will do
On
it.
fire.
Yes.
Take note of that.
Yes, I will do it. You will
Exactly.
see it live.
We can't set you on fire.
No, I know.
We're not going to
Maybe
do
not
that.
on fire, but I'll jump
We're not
through a
gonna do-
table
Okay.
with Bills stuff on.
Well, we'll talk about that. But, you guys stay safe right now because you got to do fan favorite segment. Everybody
Yes.
loves it.
Yes.
Zach, take it away.
Zach Carnishfager's underdog pick of the week.
So for this week's upset pick of the week, I got the 1-5 Panthers beating Tom Brady and the Bucks. Woo.
Ah,
Yeah.
own that fraud, Brady.
Because you know
Own
why?
them.
Brady sucks. Let's be honest. Brady sucks.
All
I mean,
right,
he's
all
having
right.
a bad year this
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
He's going through a divorce. I mean, it's just. And the guy said in a press conference, he's never retiring. The guy's going to play till he's 100 years old. So, I've just had enough of him. I mean, he's played enough. He's won enough.
Yeah.
Just get out of here,
His kids will retire before he retires.
Yeah, that's
really.
exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
and the Panthers, they got Baker Mayfield, they got Sam Darnold. I think it's going to be an upset, a really good upset this week. That's what I'm going with. Panthers,
Mayfield
don't
and
let me
Sam
down,
Darnold.
Panthers. Do not let me down.
Well, I don't think they're gonna play 2 QBs, but I appreciate the energy.
Yes.
They've got players.
They do, but it's been a really rough stretch.
I know they
Yes.
just traded Robbie Anderson, but you know what?
That
I
is
still
true,
think they got.
yeah.
I still think they got a chance against the Bucks.
Sent them
Divisional.
home from the sideline. That was got
Yeah.
crazy.
Hey, divisional matchups. They can be tough. So you never know.
I
That
think
they
the
can be.
Buccaneers
That they
win
can
that
be.
game, but I wouldn't be shocked if Carolina kept it closer than expected because if the Panthers can play a good defensive game, Tampa Bay's offense has looked just off all
Yeah.
year
Oh,
long.
yeah.
So Carolina might be able to at least keep it close. I think Brady and company will pull it out, but you never know. Zach's been off to a good start with his upset picks.
2-1.
Brady can't
Go Panthers.
pull up his marriage right
Go
now. So
Panthers.
what really can he accomplish? Am I right, guys?
It's been a rough time for him.
Yeah.
Yes.
And speaking of rough times, I think things have really improved. with Mike being gone, I think
to have you on
Sports
the
Talk
show,
has
Ian.
gone really well, and that's all the time we have for this week. Alongside Zach Carnishfager, special guest Ian Wilde. This has been Sports Talk. See you next week.